What does "the science is settled" mean? Isn't it actually always evolving and never settled? The phrase "the science is settled" means that scientific evidence has been thoroughly examined, and the consensus is that the evidence supports a particular conclusion. It implies that further research or debate on the topic is unnecessary. On the minutiae of things, sure. But there are some things that are just fact. The Earth orbits the Sun, for example. The science is settled on that. That's not changing. Science is always evolving. But there are some subjects for which we have so many evidences that we would need even more to not be sure about it anymore. We know how fire works, for example. We need heat, something carbon-based to burn, and some oxygen for it to burn. The science is settled on that. We'd need someone to lit a fire with only 2 of those to put it back into question. The Earth is approximately a sphere. The science is settled on that. It means that the evidence is so utterly conclusive that questioning it or disputing it becomes a waste of everyone's time. It is ridiculous to say otherwise. The sun produces light. The science is settled on that. It means that the evidence is so utterly conclusive that questioning it or disputing it becomes a waste of everyone's time. It is ridiculous to say otherwise. Large animals need oxygen to breathe to stay alive. The science is settled on that. It means that the evidence is so utterly conclusive that questioning it or disputing it becomes a waste of everyone's time. It is ridiculous to say otherwise. Water is made of hydrogen and oxygen atoms. The science is settled on that. It means that the evidence is so utterly conclusive that questioning it or disputing it becomes a waste of everyone's time. It is ridiculous to say otherwise. Can you question these things? Sure you can. But it would be a waste of time. Is science ever going to discover these statements are false? That would be so unlikely as to be virtually impossible. Some things have been proven and reproven, and re-reproven so many times that there is no gain from testing them again. That is what the science is settled on that means. Could one or all of the statements above be wrong? It would take a massive reconsideration of reality itself to do it. But maybe. Is it likely? No. Not likely at all. Entropy always increases. This is the second law of thermodynamics. It is why perpetual motion machines are impossible. Could this law, a scientific law, is just a theory which has been tested so much that it is ridiculous to question it anymore, be wrong? Not likely. This one has been tested and tested and tested, and never once has it ever been shown to be untrue. The science is settled on the matter. But crackpots and crazies constantly try to prove it wrong by attempting to make perpetual motion machines which always fail. Their constant insanity just keeps proving the law correct, century after century. That is why the science is especially settled on the laws of thermodynamics. Yes, it is part of science that anything can be questioned, and that science should change when new discoveries are made. But there are a lot of things science has nailed completely. Things which have been proven so often, and so completely, and so utterly that it is no longer worth anyone's time to question them anymore. Such things are the whole point of science. To find something as close as possible to fact. Science has found some. That is when it settles. So, if all of that is true, Why the hell do they make students in high school do experiments to prove stuff like this? Stuff that has already been settled. Aren't they just wasting everyone's time? No. It's important that students learn how science settled on what it settled on. It's important for science beginners to learn how such knowledge, such facts, were obtained. It is important to learn the process of discovering and proving facts about reality. It would only be a waste of time for someone who is already a scientist. It's like kids learning the alphabet. You gotta know the alphabet before you can start to learn to read and write. It's where you start. But to progress, you can't spend your time constantly reproving things hundreds or thousands of people have already proved over decades or centuries of time. That's just pointless. So, such things are considered settled. That is what it means. I would think it means, we are certain based on all present human knowledge, but if new information is uncovered we will reassess. Some aspects are fairly settled at a base level. Gravity exists, for example. We are still learning more about its effects, characteristics, etc., but its existence is settled. Not completely. There are some things that are just facts. For example, there is no question that energy exists. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. But we know for an absolute fact that it exists. Another example. Science knows, without a doubt, that possums and opossums are two completely different animals, and are not closely related at all.